I live in Duluth, Minnesota, on a forest by Lake Superior that overlooks the city. My name is Otrigne Sex. I'm 18 years old. I believe in taking care of myself and a balanced diet and a rigorous morning routine. First, I start the day with 6 buff-outs so I can carry a minigun that I don't use, as well as a 7th one so I may feed the addiction so I don't have to deal with withdrawals. As well as this, I pop a single mentat every 5 minutes to ensure that I'm thinking straight. I down each mentat with a shot of assorted alcohols mixed together. Afterwards, I step into my XO1 power armor so I can carry the 12 mini-nukes I've spent the last year hoarding. Upon finding this man, foolish enough to try and rob a chemhead dressed head to toe in the most advanced power armor the world has ever seen, I would simply give him the caps, then proceed to grab him by the neck as he let a chemhead get close enough to him that I could effectively dick him down without proper protection. After grabbing him by the neck, I will proceed to enact that one scene from Invincible, where I slowly crush his head between the gauntlets of my power armor. This action crits him, however he will simply walk off with no injury, because unarmed builds are cool, but trash. As he gets up, I pull out the minigun that I do not have ammunition for, but I proceed to beat the raider to death with it. After the raider's entire body has been reduced to a mash resembling my testicles, I will reach into the many assorted chunks of Raider, looking for more drugs. There is an idea of a holy Otrigne, some kind of abstraction, but there is no real me, only an entity, something illusory. And though I can hide my bloodshot eyes, and you can see my very blood-soaked XO1 power armor, I simply am not there. Get the microphone's foreskin back on. Hello, yes, hi, I'm Otrigne. Subscribe. I don't have time to do a long-winded threat anymore, so I'm just going to say that I've got an unknown amount of elderly Japanese men dangling from a cliff, and if you subscribe, I cut a single rope that's hanging them by their feet from the cliff. This video, funnily enough, is not about Fallout or Fallout 4, which I consider to be trash, and not even good trash. At least with modern Call of Duty games, I don't need to mod it into Metro 2033 like I do with Fallout 4. This video, funnily enough, was supposed to be a Factorio video, so what happened? Well, I didn't like it. And let me tell you something, I don't like to review games that I don't like. I know, shocking. So, I played 2 hours of Factorio, refunded it, and bought a much more specific, kleptomaniacal game. Project Zomboid, which I will refer to as PZ for the rest of the video, is a game where you attempt to survive an incredibly hostile environment, where you have to kill and steal to survive, where genuine human connection goes to die, and the only reason you have to live is to extend your period of crippling loneliness. For Midwesterners and Kentucky boys, this is everyday life. So you are maybe having a hard time understanding why I want to play a simulator of everyday life. Quite frankly, I don't know. I get a similar sense of feeling from playing this game as I do Job Simulator. Perhaps because it is a slightly more exaggerated and satire form of everyday life. Before we begin, we need to pick a build. There's many options, such as Knight, Thief, Sorcerer, and Assassin, and Pyromancer, and many others, but I would recommend starting out as something like Thief at first, instead of Pyromancer. Now, as well as this, I need to make my character, and after all is said and done, we're picking a place to live. Quite frankly, I'm gonna be honest with you, I've not been anywhere but Riverside. I'm sorry, but that strip mall is too good to pass up with all of its booze, medical supplies, and dead rats and trash cans. Every little thing is fleshed out. Whereas most other zombie games have focused on one thing to set it apart, like Dying Light's parkour, or Dead Island's colourful cast of increasingly insufferable California residents, PZ has completely outdone the survival aspect in a way I've never seen from any game aside from The Long Dark, which has a premises so vastly different that it can't even be compared to Project Zomboid. Let's take a look at one of my favourite things to do: cooking. Well, starting out, you can only eat canned food like some fucking coward, or you can eat a rat. Well, surely this must be something else to spice it up. Let's butcher the rat now. Congratulations, you now have rat meat. It's better than just normal dead rat. Now, I can put it in the oven to get a completely safe cooked rat. But we can go deeper. Using this bread that I just got from stabbing a homeless guy repeatedly in the ass, I can make a rat sandwich. How about a rat burger? Or a rat stir-fry? There are truly endless combinations of food you can create, all of which would make Gordon Ramsay stop being low-tier god for 5 minutes, so he could kill himself, because you just tried to feed him a rat burger. The The cooking goes hand in hand with crafting as well, and don't worry about traversing this colossal menu if you want to do something simple like rip up a sheet or make a rat burger. All you need are the ingredients, and to right-click on the primary ingredient. To make a rat burger, all you need is cooked rat and bread. But you don't need to traverse the menu. All you need is a little magic, and here we are. As well as this, scavenging. That's going to be a big one. You need to scavenge things to survive, like weapons, materials, and tools. You can't fortify your base without using tools, which I have begun. Unfortunately, I don't have enough metalworking skill to begin the actual fortification part of my plan, so for now, I'm going to live in this little strip mall. This isn't bad because it's a relatively big building, but we can't truly be safe here just yet because you can see through the windows, and that's a very big no-no. You see, if you can see through the windows, that means that the average Midwesterner can too. What you need is sheets to cover the windows. So, how do we go about this? Well, we perform the main action that everyone likes the most about a zombie apocalypse, and that is the fact you are going to perform a long streak of home intrusions. You're going to break into everyone's house, including your own, in which you steal their curtains. You will continue to do this until every house on the block no longer has curtains, and when all the curtains are gone, you will go back to your home base where you will begin putting sheets over the windows, and like that, you are safe. No zom outside is going to see you, meaning you are safe to walk around your home freely. However, I would recommend not turning on the lights. Why? Well, there's a glitch I discovered the hard way. By turning on the lights... Hello, yes, hi, it's me, future Otrigne. This was patched out, meaning I can't put this bit in the video. I will make proper adjustments to the rest of the video for your entertainment. Thank you. Anyways, now that your base is mostly safe, you can begin exploring the world. Go out, stab a few more homeless people. You're going to die a very horrible death regardless. Hold up, before we carry on I need to talk about the tutorial. In most games, a tutorial is made by the developers to talk about and teach the basics of the game, and are very often very forgiving and kind. It's okay to fuck up, you're just learning after all. In Project Zomboid, the developer is a very concerning sadist of a human being who thinks it's funny to force you to eat a raw rat, stab your family to death, grab a shotgun, shout at the top of your lungs, and proceed to have an epic final stand moment in a building north of the farm, where you will have to go because the sheer amount of South Dakota residents on screen outside of it will cause your computer to resemble the Manhattan Project. And personally, I agree. Though very sadistic in nature, it is very funny. Combat. It is very simple. You point at a zombie and you click the zombie. If you're lucky, you'll knock him to the ground, where you will wail at his head several times, inevitably inconveniencing him to death. But don't get too overzealous. A single zombie isn't much of a challenge, and more than that isn't a challenge. It's good journalism. If you want to kill at least 4 zombies, you're going to need a firearm. So, where do you get a decent force multiplier? Look for policemen, because more often than not, they'll either have a shotgun or a revolver for you to use. Then, you'll use the shotgun, which, unfortunately, attracts the rest of the FUD boys and the leftists, which believe that you need only a bolt-action rifle and shouldn't be able to defend your rights from a very corrupt and very violent government, which actively manufactures extremism between all of us, leading to an ever-growing, ever more violent dick-measuring contest. Regardless, these people will close in on your position and convert you into one of them by forcibly removing your brain from your ass. Entertainment. You need entertainment, and while it is very fun to walk around anti-horny bonking every zom you come across, it's very physically taxing, so you will need more casual entertainment. You go about this by finding VHS tapes and watching them, or reading the latest chapter of either Chainsaw Man or JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, because this is a world where you are either a Reddit Christian or a Reddit atheist. This will raise your mood and hopefully teach you how to build a door. When Iowa is full, the estrogenated will migrate to Kentucky. In summary, I rate this game 82 onions in a single stir fry. This shit's great. Take my word for it. This is maybe the most realistic Midwest survival simulator, despite the fact that it takes place in Kentucky. I personally haven't finished the game, and I'm not sure that there is an ending. I don't care. This man, dressed up to look like Metallica-era Dave Mustaine, is going to go grocery shopping, and then get mauled to death by a pack of wandering citiots who ventured a little too far from Minneapolis, and no longer have any smog or shitty politics and racism to directly control their brains, leaving them as battered husks, whose only purpose in life is to kill, consume, and blast shitty pop music out of their cars, in which I will retaliate by tailgating them and turning on blood-spattered banners by Carcass up to max volume in my truck, which will instantly kill them because they rely on music that has no ideas, creativity, or opinions to live. Personally, I would recommend playing this game, because if you don't, I'll be at your house, blasting more carcass, like the benevolent Fed boys outside of Waco. You will not sleep, you will not speak, you will listen, and you will only listen to the soothing and melodic voice of Jet Walker. Anyways, thank you for watching, and as always, have a blessed day.